Alright guys, today we're going to be bringing you a little review on the Lone Wolf Custom Gear D'Acquisto series. Alright, first off, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about this system. We understand that this is not going to be for everybody. The price point on these, they are expensive. You're basically buying a product though that is proven. You know, these guys are hardcore hunters and they've basically perfected a system that is perfect for, you know, your hang and bang and run and gun type setup. If you seriously want to jump into, you know, run and gun type setup, that's, you know, it's the most lightweight on the market. The hangability is easy, everything's super lightweight. The system, just how it works together is awesome. I just want to go over a little bit about like the systems here. I mean, the 1.0, the hang on here we have 7.7 pounds, and that's without straps too, I believe, right? It's without straps. Yes. 27 by 19.5 platform. It is a pretty decently small platform for any of you guys that don't really like that. Personally, me. An everyday setup. I'm not going to use this stand every day. I mean, this is definitely for the long hikes for me and stuff like that, and this thing packs together so nice. That's why I bought it, basically. For, you know, the public land or my out-of-state hunts or anything like that, that is what I'm going to be using it for. But the platform is pretty small on it. That starting off $499.99. It's expensive, I know. We bought them.
I don't have one yet.
Yeah,
personally.
He doesn't have one yet. We're gonna get to that too.
I'm not a hang-on type of guy, but
Yep.
I'm getting better at it. Just for the solely purpose of getting out on them farther hikes into public ground, you know. But yes, coming from a small platform, I have stood in this one. I have size 13 boots.
Yep.
And
there's not much room.
There's like no room.
Yep.
You're pretty much touching cable to cable.
Yep.
Front to back of the stand, so it's very small platform.
And that brings me to another thing here. You know, we're bigger guys. Adam's a pretty big dude here. I guess the only downfall of this compared to some of the other systems, I'm pretty sure most are like 350, aren't they?
Yep.
It is a 300-pound rating, which, I mean, is what it is, but that's one downfall to him. That's what we were talking about. You know, he doesn't.
But also, not to interrupt you, don't base it off of your body weight. You need to have all your gear on, you know, your backpack, your bow, I mean everything.
Yeah.
So a 150-pound man walking in to, say, a 2-mile hike in the middle of the winter, you're going to be pushing 250
yep.
by the time.
I was going to say, I'm around 225 to 230 right now, and I feel like with all my gear and everything, once you get in the stand, I mean, I'm probably getting there. I mean, late season. But with that being said, the full sticks, we have a set of the full sticks here. We're going to go over kind of both of them here in a minute, but we have the full sticks here, 3 steps. Awesome setup. I personally went with the mini sticks here. For the simple fact of the packability wise, I mean, they pack real tight. We'll go over all this too, but they pack real tight. Everything's super tight to your back. Carrying wise, that's awesome. But the full stick is going to weigh in at 2.4 pounds, 28 inches long. Them for a 4-pack is $349.99. The mini sticks are 1.5 pounds, and then they're 17 inches long, and them are going to come in at $299.99. You know, I see the advantages to the long sticks too. You know, if you're in some open timber and you need to get up, I would probably recommend these. For me, honestly, I'm scared of heights. Definitely afraid of heights. But you know, I've been pushing my limits farther and farther. I mean, I hunt on a 20-foot ladder stance, but the whole hang-on thing, I've just kind of jumped into that the last couple of years. The mini sticks, honestly, I'm gonna buy Lone Wolf's 8ers. I think I'm gonna put 8ers on the bottom 2 steps at least, and I feel like that's gonna put, man, I would say that's gonna put you close to that 18 to 20.
Yeah.
I would say, you know.
I'm probably close to about the size. I would say you'd be pushing the size of a full stick.
I
with the
almost think
gators.
you'd get more with just the 8er. I don't know. Anyways, we had it kind of figured out when we hung these out in the woods with my full sticks, and that's without stretching it out. I'm kind of a little bit of a shorter guy, about 5'9"-ish, 5'10", and I mean I have some pretty short legs, and I honestly feel without even stretching them. Well, actually, we only hung 3 sticks too. I hung 3 sticks basically, and I was guessing 13 feet-ish.
Yeah, you'll
12.
see in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 6'4", and I would say, yeah, at least 13 to 14
Yeah.
feet. Yep.
So I feel if you really stretch, I'm thinking you could get to that 16 to 17 foot mark pretty decently easily. I don't know.
So the 8ers will add you 17 inches.
Yep.
They're 17
long
inches long, 3 ounces, 3/16 in diameter, steel constructed, coated black PVC.
Yep.
So, I mean, in this picture on their website, it shows each short stick having an 8er on it. So,
Yep. I honestly stretch my first stick out so far you can barely get up on it anyways.
I can too. I can barely get on it when he
Yeah.
does it.
And he has
He's gotta
some
like
long
jump.
legs. Yeah, I jump on my first stick basically. That just gives me that little bit of extra, but I feel like without pushing it, honestly, without any 8ers or anything on the short sticks, you should be able to get comfortably 16 feet. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and for most of the places where I'm going to be hunting with this system, I honestly don't see any need to go higher than that, you know? I killed my deer out of a stand that was 14 feet this year. Just the way the tree was to get into cover, I had to stay a little bit lower. So, I mean, the whole, you have to hunt 20 plus feet, I don't agree with it 100%. In certain situations, yes. But I feel like certain situations, you could hang one of these sticks, you know, get up 5 feet just enough to get, you know, out of there, plain outside of view, and I don't see a problem with it. But
And the way that we hang them, I mean, a lot of people hang them different. We have one of our steps as kind of a hang-on point for when we're going over to our tree stand.
well, I figured out with these though, it just got in my way.
Yeah, I guess we did figure that out.
Yep.
Yep.
So, gonna be completely honest. I have another system. I use XOP. Personal opinion, love that stand too. And I've been using Hawk Heliums. One advantage that I like about the Heliums, honestly pretty much the only thing, is the double steps. I like being able to have my feet on the same level when I get up there and I'm hanging my stand or when I'm getting down. With that being said though, I do like their design on these. You fold this flat, and actually unlike like the original Lone Wolves or the XOPs, where this mounts to the tree, you can put your foot on this whole thing. It's, you know, this step is actually, it's flush mounted. So you can actually use this all as a step, which is nice. I do like that. But like I said, getting comfortable going from a step on each side of these is actually a little bit goofy to me right now. Like I said, I've only, you know, had a running gun set up here for a couple of years, and I've only had those Hawk sticks. I've used some of my buddies' XOP sticks before, and I've also used like the original Lone Wolf full sticks, you know, but that's basically one of my cons, I guess. Yeah, they're coming out with double steps. I've seen that too, which I might be checking those out too, but I love the portability of these. They fold flat. So you actually save a lot of strain off your back when you're doing these. Not only are they super light, but they pack to the stand, which we're gonna go over that too, but that's just another thing I thought about. All right guys, I kind of just wanna walk you guys through some of the features I really like, and maybe some things I not so much really dislike, but I feel like some things could be a little bit better. They have a silent touch coating on here, which it does dampen the sound pretty good. As far as the tinginess, takes away from it. Another thing about the coating though, honestly, you know, I've only hung this a handful of times, and actually the coating's already wearing off, which you're gonna have that, you know, it's getting beat and banged around. Big selling point for me was the packability thing. Like I already mentioned, that was my favorite part of the stand. I love how they set this up where the seat actually locks into the stand. For carrying your pack and everything, it's awesome. I've even seen pictures of guys, you know, quartering a deer out way back in, and you actually have this platform here. It takes a lot of the, you know, with a typical stand, you know, you're packing in, and you know, your sticks are packed out. You know, by the time you get your sticks on, it's out here, and then you're hanging your bag on the back of that, or however you do it. That's usually how I did it with my other stand. So you know, basically all the weight's on your shoulders, and you gotta, I don't know, it just feels a lot heavier. On this, you know, this stand here, it actually has these little rubber grommets, which was an awesome design, I think, personally. The only thing, you're still gonna have to run straps on these. The rubber grommets do hold the sticks into the stand, but you know, if you jar it around, they're gonna fall off. So you still have to run your straps and stuff, but it honestly holds it a lot better than anything else. But I just want to show you guys how this actually is. So you put one on here, okay? And then actually, that one's probably up there. Anyhow, you guys get it, okay? This will pack in here. If you guys can see, this is basically flush, okay? Now you set your pack on here. They actually have this, they integrated in a little backpack actually, like hook, so you can hook your bag right in here, and then it'll set right on your platform, which is awesome too for packing in. By the way, their silent touch tape is pretty sweet too. It's actually it has grip to it too. Alright, go through some of this. Alright, one thing. Probably the biggest thing I dislike about the stand is actually the cam buttons. I've actually heard multiple people tell me you need to change them out, which I'm going to. I think I'm going to buy their, you know, bigger, like original ones that they had on their stands. I noticed when I was hanging this, even with like my sticks or whatever, you really had to pay attention to where your strap was on it, because it felt like it wanted to slide off. Not only that, but they're decently small, and I'm a bigger guy here, and I don't know. I've heard a couple people that's actually broke them or bent them, so that's one thing, I guess. That's one thing that I'm going to upgrade here. Other than that, as far as everything goes, this stand's awesome. More than happy with the purchase as far as that goes. The price point, that's definitely a con to a lot of people. If you're serious about it though, this is one thing that I suggest you do. Put your money into, you know. It's one thing that really can change your game as far as hunting wise. Especially if you're packing in, you know, get in there 2-3 miles, however far you're going. That weight on your back makes a big difference. So, all right, one thing I wanted to touch base on for sure. I'm super impressed. I was nervous when I got these sticks, because I know a lot of guys said these short sticks will kick out, blah, blah, blah. These sticks are honestly probably the most sturdy sticks I've ever stepped on in a tree, as far as that goes. Like, I barely have these locked in right now, and you can't hardly move them. Well, now you can, sorry. But when these things are locked in, they don't go anywhere. I was super impressed with that as far as that went. These are matchsticks. I haven't used the full ones yet. I've used the original ones, but these are awesome too. Like I said, I might eventually invest into a set just have them, I guess, if I ever need them. But like I said, the short sticks are my favorite. I really like how they pack to the stand. You know, me and Matt talked about it before, because me and Matt, this is Matt's stand too. We talked about it before we purchased them, and he was telling me not to go with the short sticks, and you know, I told him I thought I was going to. He bought the long ones, I bought the short ones. He ended up liking them, he bought them. Which I see where the long sticks, you know, you have the advantage of being able to get up higher. Just for what I'm doing, I bought it for packability. I just felt like, you know, if I was gonna buy these, you know, then you're gonna be sticking back out, and I mean, it's not a huge deal, but I might actually invest in a set of them just to have them. I forgot to go over the seat cushion too. I actually like what they did with the seat cushion. If you know, I haven't had too many long sits in it, but I feel like the seat cushion is going to be a lot more comfy. I really don't have no complaints with how the tree stand locks to the tree either. These things are pretty solid once you get into them. One thing I've noticed, which you're gonna have it because it's a small platform, and I mean, it's lightweight. If you step out, you know, on the edges of it, this does have a little bit of flex to it, which, I mean, you're gonna have that. And I'm a bigger guy. I don't know how it is for little guys, but they do have quite a bit of flex in them. But they're rock solid. It's not something that makes me nervous or anything. If other people wouldn't notice it flexing, then I probably would have never noticed either. But Jake did say, Jake actually climbed in it when we were out in the woods or whatever. He didn't like how big the holes were, which you're gonna have that too when you're trying to get a super lightweight stand. You know, you can get a little bit of a foot roll, I guess, out of it, but it's nothing that really super concerns me. They have all the standard features, like a lot of the other stands. You know, you got your seat adjustment here. Cool thing they did integrate in the stand too, if you can get a close up over here. They put these hooks in for a pull-up rope, which is pretty cool too. You know, on my other running gun stand, I got a little bag thing on the side and all that, but this is pretty cool. You can tie it right up and keep it right on your stand, drop it down, and wheel it back up after you're done. What else do I want to go over here? You know, you got your adjustment on your platform. Typical stuff. Their teeth on these are a little bit different than the normal ones. Actually, you can see this is crooked right now. It's catching by 2 teeth. And I mean, this stand's solid. It's not going anywhere. And the straps aren't even hardly tight. I barely even cammed it to the tree. And I mean, it's solid.
And you do have your backpack hooks right here.
Yep.
On both sides. They integrated those.
Yep.
You can put a bow in here.
It's more made for their low bow, I think.
Yeah, we think, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it. The stuff is kind of sharp.
Yeah.
To be able to put your bow down there is kind of sketchy to me.
You gotta buy their silent touch tape, which is awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yep. Matt did this to his. We had some extra stuff, but Zach's got the silent tape on it, and it's actually pretty nice.
Yep. I gotta do my stick still too, but yeah, guys, we just wanted to give a little feedback. I know when I was getting ready to buy this, I was looking for reviews, and I mean, there was a few of them out there, but not a whole lot. You know, I would say average hunters. We're nothing too special, honestly. But we just wanted to give you a basic walkthrough of everything. You know, I know a lot of guys on there are gonna put up reviews, and you know, they might be sponsored or whatever, and we're not. Like I said, we'd like to be, but we're not. So we just wanted to go through. I wanted to tell you kind of the pros and cons of the whole system, or what we were thinking. Honestly, the biggest downfall for me is these buttons. That's about it. I mean, super lightweight. Probably the best advancement on the market as far as I'm concerned, with, you know, the setup and how the system works together. You know, have I sat in other stands that might be a little bit more comfy or this and that? Yeah, I have. But this system for running and gunning is the best you're gonna buy. Hands down, best you're gonna buy. And I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have a small platform. If you want lightweight, you're gonna have a small platform. You know, it's probably not gonna be the comfiest stand you're gonna set in, but you're doing it for weight. I mean, when you're walking 2-3 miles, like I said before, that weight does add up. So, like I said, if you wanna get serious about them, I would not turn anyone away from it. But the price point is high. You can buy their stands for half the price, but it's not what this is. I can promise you that. So, like I said, thanks you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. We can answer any questions. If you want to know anything else about them, just let us know. Thanks.